we go. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Chilling.
Good. It's so good to see you in spite of all the chaos that's going on right now and the things that are, but I am so proud of my people right now and everything that we're doing and all of our businesses thriving right now. So it is an amazing feeling to see everybody doing what they're doing. So I am so excited to have you on here. So this is gonna be so fun because I'm curious about what you do because I'm kind of confused for a little bit. So we gonna get into this, okay? So y'all already know who it is. Your girl Cindy D in this thing with the gang. And I got Shameless Sensations. Yes, Shamelust. We're gonna find out what this is about. So go ahead and tell everybody who you are and what it is that you do.
All right. Well, my name is Brandon. Everybody calls me Jen. Uh, I pretty much sell merch and adult novelties.
Okay. So it's just adult what? Now say that last part.
Novelties.
Novelties. Okay. So you sell adult novelties and merchandise. So what got you into wanting to do adult novelties and those type of things?
So what happened was is I started working. I started working in an adult shop about a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and I fell in love with the industry. I've always enjoyed the industry. It's been great to me at many times. So, and
What
realistically.
what was that experience like? Because I've been into some adults and I always ask the employees like, what is it like to work around this stuff like all the time? Because I know you guys get some of the craziest questions about everything.
Well, as a guy, it's very hard. As a
Yeah.
female, it's pretty easy. But I mean, it's fun. I've had most
Like,
fun with.
as a guy, like that, because if you see most guys work in those stores, the first thing that comes to their mind, like, oh my gosh, like they're just a perv. They just want to be around all this type of thing. So, what kind of sparked your interest into wanting to go into that type of business for yourself? Because that is a pretty, kind of. I mean, it's a business that's popular, but it's also a business that's like, it makes it questionable for people.
Well, what happened was is I was uh I was just working one day, and
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my coworkers. I was just like, I want to do this. Like, it's like I want to do this. Like I literally want to like just run this all day. Like I have no problem with it. Like I would love to just be able to chill at home and sell shit just because.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, it became in my mind. I was like, I got to do this regularly. Like this is the thing. Like I'm about to get this, up and ready. And 2 years later, here I am.
Wow. And you know what? I really glad you stuck with it because in those type of industries, you think you see a lot of black people, but you really don't. You really see a lot of black owned businesses that are geared towards, sexuality or of those type of things. And I think it's really important because who knows better, than a black person sexual about what we like sexually about, not saying that everybody likes different things, but as far as like, geared towards our community, you don't see a lot of people in that field because, they feel like it's so taboo and it's just like, it's a
It
normal thing.
it is. And what's actually funny is being a guy. When I started working there, you never get any customers coming up to you as a guy because you don't know technically what the female body holds. But working there, talking with people, entertaining with people, there's a lot you learn that you never realized.
Yeah.
And crazy is I also deep dive in a different community as well. So I'm actually I actually deal with Black BDSM.
What
So
is them? You got to
uh,
educate. I might not know some of these terms.
you ever seen 50 Shades of Grey?
Yes, but I don't know. I still don't know what that is.
So everything that Mr. Gray was technically doing, which realistically, if you deep dive more, it's not the same. Everything that he did in that playroom paddle stuff like that, like I actually do that as part of my hobby.
What?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. do you teach now? Question: do you teach people like those different? Because I know that. Because let me tell y'all something. 50 Shades of Grey was on some whole like, I'm
So
not signing thing. First of all, if I don't want to do something, I'm doing it. Okay, I ain't signing.
there's a big thing with 50 Shades of Grey that really turned off a lot of people. But when you actually look into it, there is actually more black people that are actually in it, and they start to see that more there's way more things than what you see just in that movie did not tell the truth realistically. It gave some sense into the truth, and realistically that field
As
is
far as like entertainment purposes, so that's why I threw a lot of people off. And you know, because when I saw some of the, like when they were reading through the contract, I'm like, yeah, girl, read through that contract because you might be dying after this. You never.
look, that's why they made safe words for a reason.
You might be signing your whole organs away. Like read, because when I was listening to this, I was like, yeah, girl, cross that out. We ain't doing that. That ain't. It's like when you really think about it, like there are a lot of. I always, because I work in the medical field, you know, and I always take anything I learn, I kind of bring that into it. And I tell people all the time, like people really don't know their bodies. I tell people that like people don't really know what it is that they really like and what it is that they really don't like, because a lot of people are scared to try new things because like I said, some things look so taboo. So like, what is like, God, I have so many questions. This is so crazy. So many questions. So what is, okay, so you say that's like, so why do you say it's more like, I don't know, like you said it's like a hobby. So what, I guess, about it interests you so much in that form to be able to be so broad like that?
It's about control.
Hey,
For most,
oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, I was thinking that too because I'm like, a lot of people don't have self control.
no, it's about control. For me, in what I do, it's about control. For other people, it's to be able to lose control. So that was part of the reason why I really got more in depth into what I sell, because realistically, the community being in it how it is, all deep dives into stuff. So this
Yeah.
is stuff that we can go through every single day. So when you look at it, this is what it is. So I
Oh,
sell,
yeah.
I love toys, because
Uh-huh.
people don't realize it, and they say this a lot when they're in their relationships. Oh, I don't need this just to be able to enjoy it. Like, no, give it a shot, give it a try. You're gonna
Yeah.
find something way different, and you and your partner are gonna have more fun with it. And that's what I like promoting. I like promoting that safe funness.
Yeah.
When I came up with this brand, and ironically enough, I had my family actually help me come up with the name too.
Yeah.
When
So cool.
Yeah, so when my mom actually helped me come up with the name,
Your mom helped you come
yes,
up with
my
this?
mom helped me come up with the name. That's not a lie. Like I was on the phone with her, and I was like, I'm really having trouble with this name. I don't know what I want to call it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I really want it to be like out there, but not out there. I want it to be like, I want it to be shameless. Like I want to be able to make
Yeah.
it. And she
Yeah.
was like, why not just call it shameless? I mean, it's a pun on words, shameless. I was like, I'm
I
using.
love play on words. I love it. I love
And
that.
that's how I wanted to make this brand. I wanted to make this brand seem as though that you can wear this anywhere. Like I have hats, I have polo shirts, I like literally my part of my clothing design is right here. And this
Yeah.
is you can wear outside and not have a problem with it. But then if
Mhm.
you want to be able to go home and be able to be with your partner, no lie. Look, I make thongs too.
Yes, I love
I got
it. That is so, you know what? And I was thinking like, because at first, like when you hit me up and stuff, I saw, all I saw was merch, but at the same time, I was like, okay, it is something more than merch, because the guy's name on these clothes, like I was thinking like, okay, is this what it is, or I'm gonna just be surprised when I get this guy on here because I don't know what this guy does. And that's what I was thinking for, because I was thinking like, when it comes to, I'm so glad we're having this conversation. When it comes sexuality, a lot of people are shameful. It does give you a shameful or embarrassing feeling because society kind of makes it not as normal. They make only certain things normal when it comes.
absolutely.
And you know, and that's not true, especially when you are, like I said, I work in the medical field. It's a lot of things where, like, you know, for example, if you are pregnant, the doctor will, if you're trying to induce or trying to break your water, the doctor will tell you to have sex to break your water. I've seen that happen. And
Absolutely. I got
yeah,
a homegirl that does.
happened. Like my friends tell me all the time, the doctor told me to straight up just to have sex to break my water, and they do it, and it happens. Like it's like, because you know, in a lot of, it's a natural thing. So as a guy, what is one of the things, because I know you said a lot of people don't come to you and ask you questions, so do you definitely get a lot of males that, you know, really, because you know, a lot of people think it's more about just pleasing the female, and it's not just about, whether you're in same sex or heterosexual, like it doesn't matter, like it's about pleasing both. So I know on the male side, you know, there may be a lot of questions, you know, so what are some things that you give advice to as far as for men when it comes to for pleasure, if they're not into that whole Mr. Gray thing? You
Well,
know?
so with that, I actually, part of the reason why I did start my business was because of that. Because males don't have a lot of stuff that we can go through.
Yeah.
And one thing that I actually did was I've actually helped out a couple people. When I was actually working at the shop, I had this dude. He showed up every Friday, like clockwork. I mean, this dude
Oh.
time every Friday drove a all black Mercedes. It was beautiful. Like he came every Friday, and he always bought the same item. Now I'm not gonna classify what item he bought, but he
Yeah.
bought the same item. And one of those things was, it was just like he didn't care, but his partner, it was just something he did for his partner. So
Right.
guys, like we have things that we can try, that we can do. You know, if for some people, you know, it's very taboo for guys. But
Right.
realistically, if a guy wants to have an extra boost in their orgasm, tell him to
Yeah.
play with your butt. Like, no bullshit. Tell her to play with your butt. It sounds stupid, but do it. Tell him to play with your butt. I promise you, you're gonna shoot a bone out your dick.
Oh my God.
I lie. Go shoot the bone out your dick. All right. There's many things and ways to help out with your orgasm. If
Yeah.
and when you talk about having, you know, intercourse with your woman, start off with foreplay. Don't go straight into trying to do things.
Yeah.
Look, start off with foreplay. Foreplay is going to lead you into more things than you can believe in your life. If not, then something wrong. But you start off with foreplay, start off with doing small things, and I guarantee you, you're going to have fun as a guy, because she's not
Yeah.
going to pay more attention to what you're doing. She's going to
Mhm.
care about more of the pleasure she's receiving. And
Yeah.
that's for guys, it's hard, but it's easy. As long as you pay attention and you listen to her. Guys don't know how to listen to a female.
And I think I think, and you know what? I'm so glad you said that. I think that is a problem in a lot of relationships. Is a simple fact. You don't take the time to listen and study what your partner really likes.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
so condition, like, okay, this has worked before, so I'm gonna just keep doing this. Like, no, that doesn't work on everybody. Like, you have to, that's why
Absolutely.
it's so important to have those conversations. I think a lot of people are just scared to have that conversation. Because me, I'm not scared to have the, and it's a mature thing. As you get older, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, and you can't be scared to have that conversation, like, because then you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this was horrible. When all actuality, if you just had that conversation, then and get to, that's why you really got to get to know people, then you realize, like, oh, like they really are trying to learn about me, and like how, like, you know, like, and that's why sometimes I think I myself throw a lot of people off, because I'm not scared to ask or to learn or anything, you know. So I think that's like, I think what you do is a really fun thing. It's like, it's such a thing that a lot of people don't, they don't, you know, like, it's surprising. I would have never known, like, oh my God, this is what this is. I would have never.
When I started it, it was for that, and then I looked at it and I was like, this needs to be a brand. This needs to be something
Yeah.
that everybody walks around. They notice it.
I'm so glad that because, like I said, you don't see a lot of people of color in this type of industry, and it's usually like, and because the only time you really think of people of color in the sex industry is always porn, and that's not. I don't think that's the case. And I think
it's not.
yeah, and I think it's a good way to brand people tastefully, because there is a way to do it. And I think the way that you're doing it is really good. It's a tasteful way and it's a professional way to brand. Just like Candy from Escape, she has a sex toy, but she's on a much bigger scale and everybody knows that about her. So to see other Black, especially male entrepreneurs in that industry is really, I think that is so cool what you're doing. So what do you have some, I want to see some stuff. Do you have some stuff? Like, I need to
Look,
explain some things to us.
so I got nice booty shorts. Very,
No,
very good booty
have like,
shorts.
besides clothes, do you have like toys that
Oh,
you're wearing?
I my toy collection, I do not show people. I can give you regular clothing all day. My toy collection, I can't show people.
But are you working on like making toys for, or
It's
just
it's coming down the line. I got
okay?
lingerie actually being worked on now. I have a coworker of mine, a really, really close friend of mine who lives out in California, and she's actually working on doing lingerie for us. So I have lingerie coming. As for toys, I've been doing a little bit of research. I haven't really gotten necessarily into the big deal yet. For
Yeah.
right now, my biggest goal is actually I have a couple big goals. I'm doing a care package for a porn star by the name of Jayla Star.
Okay.
Um, we've been communicating for probably about 8 months now, and
Uh,
she's very, very supportive of the brand. So I'm working on her care package. I actually working on a care package for a LGBTQ member by the name of, oh God, I just drew a blank. Pink Von D. She
okay.
hit me up. I'm getting a care package sent out for her, and I'm trying to do a big deal with Bad Dragon. And for many people who don't know who Bad Dragon is a dildo company that is actually very, very huge. They make a lot of great stuff, a lot of fantasy items. I'm really trying to work with them, but that's like another path down my line. So
Yeah.
I have a
No,
few people in mind.
that's great. Like that. Nah, we don't want to see your collection. I was wondering if you had a collection coming out. No, that is that's really good. I'm really glad you really like kind of went out on your gut and you stuck with that, because a lot of like you weren't scared to do it. Like you
No.
take whatever comes that I mean. And what's up with this free giveaway you talking about? Because I want
so,
to.
so so I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away a free thong custom made and a crop top t-shirt.
Oh
And what you
wow.
have to do is you just gotta do the hashtag keep it shameless or hashtag shameless sensations, whatever pops up, and I'm literally randomly going to pick one, and they're literally gonna get a custom thong.
So
And
do they? So what do they need to take a picture of themselves and hashtag you in the picture?
all you gotta do is take a picture, show off your shameless fun. And once you do that,
I ain't
I'll,
got no. It was fun, y'all.
yeah, you do. Look,
Not that I'm about to put on the internet. This
I
look at
you
here.
can work out and be shameless. I
Look at
got
here.
workout gear. You can work out and be shameless.
That's
You can
see. That's
walking
what I,
down.
that's what I need. The workout gear, because I got you with some workout gear. But all that, see, this is what y'all get right here.
I mean,
Until,
honestly,
until with my workout, I got some stuff in the mail. Some stuff that I'm working on.
if
Until
you
I
want
get
some other
ready to
workout, so
come in
you can go to
order,
my sponsor.
it.
Actually, my sponsor, I'm sponsored by FNX Fitness. So if
Oh,
you need workout stuff, you can just hit my website. I got a link in there. It'll take you straight to
great.
their website. You get 50% off any order you do.
See, y'all look, all y'all people that need some workout gear, but you can't really pose like you need to. Fine.
I,
That's for us.
oh,
That
I
is
do it
for us.
all. Matter of fact, anybody else who wants to like find out more things about the industry or your
Yeah.
favorite person in some way, shape, or form, there's a person who I work with on Twitter by the name of Dirty Joe. I have his link on my website as well. They do plenty of stuff as well too. He actually just did a OnlyFans review of Jayla Star and posted on YouTube. So
Oh
if you
wow.
want to check that out, please check out Dirty Joe. He's linked in there as well. I also have my writer who's on here right now, Magical Ink Lady. She does a
Yes.
lot of my work on here. She's very, very good. She's been published about 5 times.
Oh
And
wow. Hey girl, DM me. We gotta get you on here too. We need to know what you do. See, you gotta see. This is why I like networking. I need to know what other people do.
I
So,
got
so
you.
have you thought about like? I know you say you got. Do you have like dancer wear for like those females who are dancers? And
Anybody if you got friends who are dancers, you got people who do pole stuff and everything like that, tell them to come hit me up. I have 15% discounts for them as well, plus plenty of dancer gear. I have heels as well too if you need that. I
you
got it
got.
all. I got heels, girl. I got heels. I got slides. I got fur slides. Yes, yes.
Oh my god, this is like. This is the best live ever. I never thought I would be talking about this. This is what I mean by I don't care what kind of business you got. Y'all need to DM me because you never know. You have an audience out there that likes these type of things, and I'm like a sponge. I like to learn new things and soak up all the different information because this is so funny. Like
If you want, I'm gonna give you a real small tidbit. So me and Ali Ja actually know each other. She doesn't remember, but me and her actually used to work together.
Allie J. Oh, Allie J.
Yes, me and her used to work together. I used
Yeah.
to work with her way back in the day. And what's actually funny is while she was talking about she doesn't have a mixtape, I actually have her very first mixtape. I own it. I have her very first mixtape.
Allie.
Yeah, so when you ever get a
Fault
chance,
right here. We
yeah,
got a fault
I
right
got
here. Are
first
in
mixtape.
this fault, and I need to listen to this mixtape.
Look,
Ooh, I wish she
I
was on
have the
right
very
now.
first single
Comments.
ever put out. It was called
She
Hello
never.
Hater. I actually put it. I have it. I have it on my mixtape. My original mixtape I did that's on datpiff.com right now. No bullshit. I have her very first song.
See, my little spidey senses is like. I want to listen. I want to listen to this so bad, but I know I want to ask her though, like just like because you know how people are with their music. I'm be like, Allie, we found
Oh,
oh girl, we found it.
you can tell her. Look. She might not remember, but I got it. I got the original cover, all the songs, plus the single. I have it on
I
lock. I've had her mixtape since 2009.
oh wow.
Yes.
That's a true supporter right there. That's a true see. That is a true supporter right there. Since 2009. Oh my gosh.
I've known Ali since 2009. We used to
That is,
work together. She
oh my
actually knows
god.
my.
That is crazy. Well, I am so glad
Yeah.
that you were on here. And if y'all look, this is the perfect time to ask him some questions because if y'all have any questions about toys, whatever he got coming, or what. So, what's one of the craziest toys you've ever seen working? Like,
No, last week I just saw a self lubricating.
it's self lubricate. Oh my! What kind of toy is this? How
That
big is how big is the toy?
it goes from 6 to 10 inches.
What is it? See, this is what I don't understand about some of these toys. I've seen toys before that were. Hold on, I gotta have a visual representation here. And I gotta use some bottles. Sorry, Wes, I gotta use your bottles. Literally, like this is two together, but imagine like another one on top of that. What I don't understand is, first of all, your service is not that long. How are you fitting this? in your
So
body? Because there's
to answer
no way.
question, I can answer that question halfway legitimately. So what it is, and this is actually, I got this from a person who worked in the medical field, like yourself.
Okay.
Actually came through the shop and was shopping for her and her wife.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, for a female, any like a guy can actually pleasure a woman if done properly with a 3-inch penis,
With a what?
because with a 3-inch penis.
Oh, three
No,
inch. Okay.
because she said your G spot and the opening of your vagina is not that far, so it's literally about three
Right.
inches. So you're pretty much good if you know how to work it. She was
Right.
like, anything past that is all about pain. They want the pain for the pleasure, and that's all it is. So if you find somebody that has a dildo that big, it's only for pain. That's it. That's all it's for.
God, I will never
Yes, three
understand.
inches, girl.
Let me tell y'all something. I will never understand why y'all like it's one thing to like pain, but it's a like you can really like I've heard a story where this girl, this is why you need to know your bodies, people. The girl in the back of your cervix, your vagina, it's like this or whatever. This is how I can, and then I don't, she said, I don't know what he was doing, but so hard enough to where it ripped like this. And she said she was in so much pain. She didn't know that's what happened to the doctor. And she said she was in so much pain. And she said the doctor said I think she couldn't have sex for like 30 to 60 days until it like healed. But I said, see, that's what we be talking about. Y'all, when y'all can't be doing all, y'all can really rip and tear these people up. And some of
It,
the people like that. And I'm like, why do you
it's
why
about it's
like
pleasure. There are women out in
they're
this world that believe
pleasurable
it.
about that? And I don't care what anyone says. There is nothing
So
pleasurable
this is
about
why
being
we
ripped
say you
open.
got to be able to you have to be able to know how to make yourself come, because if you don't, you're never going to be able to have sex properly. That's the crazy thing.
3 inches. That's what I'm saying. 3 inches. Like now,
Hey,
I was like, you was buffering for
yes,
a
I'm here.
minute. I thought it was no, but that's what I'm saying, girl. 3 inches. I don't know about no 3 inches. That's a little bit too small. Now, I will say
They say,
now now sometimes it's about the width. It ain't even about the length, you know. Like so, maybe if they three and got a good lip. Why are we talking about this on here? We having this conversation.
look, I'm gonna tell it how I've always been told. Okay, if you don't know how to hit all eight sides, then you don't need to be in there. That's the rule.
Okay, if you what?
If you don't know how to hit all eight sides, you don't need to be in there.
Mm-hmm. It's man. Lube is your best friend. You know what? It probably is, especially some of these people that's quote unquote like this pain, whatever. I don't know. Y'all crazy. Now another thing, like when you was talking about the whole Mr. Grey dungeon thing, what pissed me off in that movie was how he was hitting her so hard as if he was like whipping her or like spanking her or whatever.
Okay,
Absolutely not.
so
You hit me like that. We
I'm
know I'm serious. You know that's the truth.
so the thing about that is the reason why a lot of us were actually upset about it was because it showed no room of aftercare at all whatsoever. So all you just saw was the abuse. You never saw what you're supposed to do after it. And
Yeah.
realistically, that stuff is only good for like if you're trying to make a punishment or you're just trying to have fun. That's all it is. It's just a little playtime. It's for some reason people get turned on by it.
It's a little playtime. I'm to each his own because I'm trying to figure out. Like I said, if you hit me like that, we're fighting. There ain't nothing playful about it.
You
Okay.
don't have to do it. There are other ways to do things. I have learned that there are other ways to do things.
It's
There are
fine.
there's way other stuff that you can do area in that realm that you don't have to go through that. you can get end up doing having to be publicly done.
But you know, it makes me wonder, like when you look at people on the street now, you be thinking like, I wonder if they got a secret hidden dungeon somewhere that we don't know about. Like, it makes you wonder and think. Because honestly, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of these rich people, like these celebrities, rich stockbrokers, I feel like they the craziest ones. The one you talking about with the black Mercedes was coming in, that's just me personally. I feel like the main ones that be secretive behind the doors be trying to do some crazy stuff. Okay?
He was a really nice guy. He was a brother. He was a real nice guy.
Guys, I'm just saying, them be the main ones behind the scenes that be doing. And see, you laughing. That's how you know I'm right. Because them be the ones that be doing, that be wanting to do some crazy stuff.
I was
Go back. You said she said you learned some crazy stuff. Okay, that's where I left off.
Oh yeah, I learned some crazy stuff working in the shop. I had a black porn star walk through the shop, black amateur porn star to walk through the shop, who was formerly married, and her ex-husband loved doing things that most other guys would never think of.
Did she tell? So, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to figure out what these in-depth things are because this is some crazy stuff. Okay, so have you ever? Let's talk about food. Let's talk about food. Have you ever heard some crazy stories about food, like when people use like certain food and things? So, like, what's one of the craziest food items you have heard about? Like some don't be type things where the girl was sprinkling the hot sauce when he was putting the hot sauce on her toes.
Oh, you see now if you talk about don't be a menace type of stuff, then some of that's a little over exaggerated, but
I know, that's so crazy.
Typical stuff. Strawberry, chocolate, whipped cream.
Right.
I mean, ironically enough, me and my photographer were both talking. What was it, yesterday? Because I was helping him work on his bike. Shout out to my photographer too, Cass. Real good shooter. You ever need one done, you could always hit us. But we were talking about we want to do a shoot and reenact the same exact movements that was done in Not Another Teen Movie, where Chris Evans the strawberries, whipped cream, and banana, and we wanted to recreate that shoot.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't help but laugh because I'm picturing the movie in my brain. And all I could think about was when he was on the football field with the whipped cream.
Hey, look.
Please do it. Do it. Because that is going to be an epic photo. I need y'all to do that.
We working on it. I mean, right now, we supposed to be shooting tomorrow. I actually got a message from the person.
I cannot wait to see the new stuff that you come because I'm gonna be keeping a lookout for this because this was one of the most funniest, like, informative interviews I've ever done because it was different. I'm so glad it was so different because that's what I want. I want different people. Like I said, y'all, you never know what kind of businesses people have, especially in your own community. You never know. So I'm so glad that you came on here and did this. It's because it really, like, a lot of people, I honestly feel a lot of people need to be educated about stuff like that because yeah, we've all taken sex ed. Yeah, we know what sex is. Yeah, but like seriously, even with people who are not virgins who have experienced, like a lot of people really don't know what they like because they haven't tried anything. And I feel like people should educate themselves and try it and really like know what you like. And I'm not saying like you need to try everything. Like I have my limits, I have my boundaries, but I really feel like people really need to try things, especially men, because I feel like most men are scared to try new things. So I'm glad you as a guy are in doing this so you can educate people. I feel like you should have a forum or like a
Me and my photographer are actually working on setting up a forum and actually having conversations and everything like that. So we definitely
Yes.
invite people to come ask us questions, conversate with us, you know, go on to the store, get some clothing. You know, you might
Yeah.
never know, show up on a conversation with us and having these conversations, and you have our merch, we might just give you another free look. You know, you never
Yeah.
know. We
And
out
I'm
here.
like, I'll definitely come. I would love to come and videotape, take pictures. I would love to be there because, like you said, it's one of those things where I feel like it's one of those things in our community that's been shamed a lot because of the stigma that we get a lot when it comes to those things, especially when you think about our culture and you see the girls in the music videos doing all this crazy stuff, and then like you think about our people in porn, and like it's really just a bad. I don't know why, because like it's not just our race or our culture that does it, and I feel like we're the only ones that get that bad stigma when it comes to sexuality and expressing ourselves sexually and doing those things, because now I'm at a point in my life where, hey, if that's what you do, hey, it's own, that's what you do, but I don't feel like you should judge anyone for it, or badmouth them for just because it's something that you don't agree with. You see what I'm saying? So thank you so much for being.
Absolutely.
Oh, and explain your giveaway again for those who, so people can remember about the giveaway.
Absolutely. So all I ask is you take a picture with, you know, just showing off your shameless style, and we'll end up giving away a free pair of panties, custom made, and we're also doing a free crop top as well with it. Also, I have a shoe convo coming up very, very, very soon. So I will be giving away a free jogger suit, which is this all white one right over here on this side. It's
Okay.
that away for free with a purchase of our shoes. There's only going to be 7 made. And I mean legitimately, there's only going to be 7 pairs of shoes made. So the first pair you buy, you're getting that jogger suit.
So what kind of shoes are there? These sneakers?
Mm-hmm. Sneakers.
I'm buying
All
some. I want a jogger suit. I'm gonna buy some because I want a suit. I want the suit just because I don't have any joggers for real, and I like if all I gotta do is buy a pair of shoes, bet give me the shoes. I want the shoes and the suit.
look, it is how we doing it. I mean, we the plans that we're working on right now. We have a shoe line coming up. We have more clothing coming up. We got swimsuits coming up. We have more workout gear coming up. Menswear is coming too. Polo shirts,
Yeah,
hats. I pants too as well. Men's sneakers are coming as well. So all you have to do is go on the website and keep it, and you'll be posted every time. And also make sure you go check out FNX Fitness as well. Their link is in our website. And I actually have another photographer. Go check out his stuff. Coffee Black. His name is Ulysses. I definitely be linking them up to you because you gonna look
yeah.
well.
Thanks, yo. I love it. So, one last question before we get off here, which I don't know if this. Have you ever thought about getting into your person yourself? Have you ever thought about doing porn with your everything included in your
Oh,
thing?
funny you should ask about that. Very funny you should ask about that. So, as a large scale plan that we are working on with my company, we do have a porn side that we're working on as well. We have a few OnlyFans models ourselves. The beautiful Chi Chi, which you can actually find on our website. She actually has her own site as well that we've been working with, and that linked up with our brand. So she's been doing very, very good work with us. I love her. I love her style. His own Pornhub, and he's been doing magic with his stuff too. So we're slowly getting into that arena in that area as well. So if there's anybody out there in the world that wants to start their own OnlyFans, wants to be on Pornhub, wants to be on ManyVids, anything like that, please contact us. We do all that stuff. We'll get you hooked up in the best ways possible. We're gonna make sure that you get your branding and everything like that. And in December, you're going to see us over at Eroticon up in DC. It is
They
one of those.
have called Eroticon. There's a
Yes.
convention for this?
Yes.
What in the world? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
What in the world? There's a convention for all of this stuff?
Yes. They're hosted. They are partnered up. Bad Dragon, ManyVids, OnlyFans. They do interviews. Almost every single porn star goes out there. Madam
What?
Skin, known
Go
as Skin
on.
Diamond.
Where
Um,
is the convention?
This one's in DC. They have it in 4 different spots throughout the year. But the one I'm making sure people are going to is going to be in DC from December 11th to the 13th. You will see us out there. You know, come talk with us, chill with us, whole nine. No, we're not going to actually be in the convention, but we're just going to be out there visiting,
Right.
trying to make some more like that. You know, so we move in that way. So whoever wants to come see us, you'll see. Honestly, when you go out there and you see it, you're gonna see brand new merch, limited edition, not gonna be ever sold. But if you want a copy, you know, I might make a few little extra orders just in case.
Yeah. Wow. So guys, let's just say my mind has been open to a whole nother world that I knew existed, but I didn't know all of this that really existed. That's why it's important to conversate and network with some people. You never know, like, wow, there's a whole they have a whole sex convention, y'all. That is crazy. And it makes me want to go just because I'm intrigued by it and just want to like see, like, just my eyes would probably be like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on right now? Like, it would probably be sensory overload. Because when I went to my very, like, 2 years ago was my very first Pride. Like, here in, like, when I went to the San Diego Pride here in San Diego, it was sensory overload for me because I did not expect to see so much stuff. Like, you see a lot of, and even how people are so freely. I was just like, oh my
Hey,
god, it like was a slap in the face, literally. Like, where have you been? Like, you like, and I'm like, I don't know where I've been because I don't never see these type of things. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for educating and literally kind of bringing a whole nother light to this world that a lot of people are kind of scared and, you know, like you said, are shameful to be in. And so thank you for your shameless sensations. So y'all keep a
cool.
look at, go follow him. He has a lot of stuff coming up right now. So, and I will definitely be sharing your things, you know, whatever new things you got, I'll definitely be sharing it on the page. Like I said, y'all, follow me at pretty_Cindy at _underrated TV. Like I said, I don't care what you do, what your business is. I want to promote you because, like I said, there is an audience somewhere that is looking for what you have. You never know, audience out there that's looking for your business and in your merch or anything that you do. So like I said, I don't care what it is that you do. As you can see, this has blown me away. This has definitely gave underrated TV a turn and a difference in interviews because I love it. Like you guys said, I love learning new things. So I love having new people on here. So thank you for being on here. So I can't wait to see all the new things you have. And I'm about to get me that jogger suit when these shoes come out because if that's all I got to do, I'm about to get this jogger suit, y'all. Wait till it doesn't really get cold here, but wait till it get a little cool again. I got you. We gonna build your brand up and definitely support you because it's a good thing what you're doing. And I think it's good to have someone that you see as a representation, like I said, for your community. So thanks for being on here. I totally appreciate it.
Of course. Course, and make sure y'all do that hashtag shameless sensations. Keep it shameless. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Everything's all located in my inbox or in my DMs. If you want to find anything out, you know, normally, or you can just hit that link in my bio. I got everything that y'all need.
Yeah, so thank you for being on here. You have a great rest of your night and continue to stay safe out there, okay?
Of course, and you as well.
Thank you. I will talk to you later, okay?
Of course.
I'll talk to you guys later too. So y'all stay tuned. We got another interviews coming up this week. So y'all keep a lookout. Bye, y'all.